It's such a weird name. I don't really know why they call it Bel-Air Bivvy. It almost sounds like saying Bel Air, the fresh bivvy of Bel Air. Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to my channel. My name's Alan Stewart, and today I'm going to be giving you my initial impressions of the Bel-Air UL Bivvy. We are still in lockdown here in Melbourne, so unfortunately I can't go more than 5 kilometers away from my home. I'm only allowed to go out for the essentials, and that is food, medical, an hour of exercise, or to go to work. Although I can't go outside to the National Park to test the bivvy, I was able to do some tests last night outside on my balcony. To give you some background on the fresh bivvy of Bel-Air, no, I'm just kidding, it's called the Bel-Air Bivvy. So to give you some background on them, they are made by a manufacturer in the US called To Go Systems, and they specialize in making thermal protection gear. So this bivvy is similar to the SOL bivvy, which a lot of you may be familiar with. However, this is made of the Tyvek material. I'm not sure what the SOL bivvy is made of, but this is made of Tyvek. So on the inside part of the Tyvek material is an aluminium coating. So that's designed to reflect the heat from your body back to you. So that's how it keeps you warm. So I paid 92 Aussie dollars for the Bel-Air bivvy, and then I paid an additional 27 Aussie dollars to get it shipped from the US to Melbourne. It just arrived in the mail the other day, and I've been very keen to test it out. So before I get into the testing of the Bel-Air bivvy, let's go through some of the specs. The bivvy comes in at 350 grams. It's 230 centimeters long, and that's including the hood, the hood, and it's 87 centimeters wide, so there's a lot of room for me to move around. It's made from 1460C Tyvek with an aluminium coating on the inside, which is set to give 7 degrees to your sleep system. It features a bug net on the hood, which can be propped up to take it off your face using one of the loops on the hood. On the bottom end of the bivvy, there are 2 loops, and these can be secured into the ground, so as you move around inside the bivvy isn't going to move with you. The bivvy will be stable. You can also cinch the bivvy down around your head to keep the warmth inside. There is a drawstring on the front side around the neck of the bivvy and also around the head of the bivvy. It also features a large double zip opening, which I really like, which extends from the hood and then 1 meter down the left side of the bivvy, which makes entering and exiting easier. So last night I set up my bivvy outside on the balcony to see how it would perform on a 9-degree night. So when I started testing, I didn't use any insulation apart from the clothes on my back, as well as my self-inflating mattress on the ground. After about 15 minutes, I was starting to feel a bit of the cold. So what I did, I got my thin wool blanket and I just put it over the top of my body inside the bivvy, and that did improve the warmth a little bit because I just wanted to expand the gap between my chest and the bivvy. Because I think the principle in how this works is that if your body is in contact with the material, it's not really going to work. But if there is some distance between the material and your body, then the heat coming off your body is going to be properly reflected back onto you, and that's going to keep you warm. But I was still a little bit cold, so I put my jumper on and it did improve a bit. But then I thought, well, I may as well just throw my sleeping bag inside because I'm still a bit cold anyway. Now I should say that I don't have a particular warm sleeping bag. My sleeping bag is probably rated to about a comfort rating of 10 degrees. So I actually slept outside on my balcony for about 4 hours, and it was getting a little bit noisy, and you know, the mattress isn't as comfortable as like a bed mattress. So I actually went back to my bed to get a proper good night's sleep. Now there are 2 concerns that come to mind when people think about bivvies. The first being how waterproof a bivvy might be. So you could generally say that a lot of bivvies are made using waterproof material, which is great, it's going to keep the water out. But the trouble with that is because they are so waterproof, they are not breathable, and what happens is that your body gets too hot inside the bivvy because the heat is not escaping, it's just being kept inside the bivvy. And because you get too hot, then you start to sweat at night time. And then it's not very pleasant when you wake up in the morning in a pool of sweat. So I did test out the waterproofness of this bivvy, and you can see it right here. I took my water test one step further. I left the pool of water floating on the bivvy and I walked away for 2 hours, and then I came back and there was still no water that came through the other side of the material. So that was really impressive. So the next thing I want to talk about is breathability. It's very hard to find a breathable type of bivy or material that breathes very well and is waterproof at the same time. So generally, the more breathable something is, then the less waterproof it's going to be, because the more easy it is for heat and water to escape. So I was really impressed by the performance of this bivy. I was in there for about 4 hours with my sleeping bag, and I did not experience any condensation or dampness whatsoever while I was in there. So the reason why I think the breathability of the bivy works so well is that when I took a closer look on the surface of the material of the bivy, I could see these tiny little white holes. And what I think happens is that the heat and moisture will escape through the tiny little white holes, but it's still going to allow you to keep warm within the bivy with the reflective material that's there. Just to recap, the material of the bivy is waterproof and breathable, and that's according to my own tests. I think the real test would be when I do get the opportunity to take it out into the field and sleep in it overnight, and perhaps even during constant rain. Now, there are 2 faults that I'll give the Velair bivy. Number 1 being is that the zip tends to snag a little bit, and then number 2 being the cinch cord, which is located around the neck. The cinch cord around the neck has a little loop which is just right in front of your face, and that tends to get in the way a little bit, and that can be a little bit annoying. Despite these 2 little faults, I think it's something that I can get used to, but I'll let you know how that goes in the future. Now, if you wanted to compare the performance and the features of the Velair bivy to other bivvies in the market, if you wanted to get something similar, you'd be looking at a higher end bivvy. Now, I've done a bit of homework and I've done a bit of research. So if you compare, for example, the Rab bivy and the Outdoor Research bivvies, they're going to have similar weights and similar features, and they're going to be coming in at a price range between $400 to maybe $1,000 Australian. Now, yeah, that's a lot. So that's one reason why the Velair bivy is very good value. So if you're looking at bivvies which are in the mid-range between $200 and $400, you're looking at sort of military surplus types of bivvies. Now, I'm sure that these bivvies use very durable materials, but I would say that there's probably a risk of them building a condensation inside because they're so waterproof and durable. And if you're looking at any bivvies below $200, you're probably going to get some of the same types of problems. You might get some bivvies that have some good material as well, but I think they may have cheaper material, so they're probably not going to last as long. Now, yes, I know I have not tested out the Velair bivy to the full extent, but seeing what it can do so far, I think it has potential as a high performer, and it comes in at a great price. Now, another great thing about the Velair bivy is that it's very lightweight. As I said before, it's 350 grams. And because it's lightweight and because it uses a thermal type of material, if I pair this with a fleece liner on the inside instead of using my sleeping bag, that's going to drop my sleeping system weight dramatically to, I can't really math right now, but this is 350 grams. A fleece liner is probably around about 300 grams as well, so that's 650 grams. And then if I combine that with a tarp, a lightweight tarp, let's say, which is about 400 grams. Now, that's under a kilogram. So would I recommend the Velair UL bivy by To Go Systems? Well, I definitely would. It comes in at a really good price. It's only 350 grams. It's got some great features and it's very affordable. So I just want to say thanks for watching this video. I hope I've given you some good information on the Velair UL bivy by To Go Systems. And I've put some links in the description below so you can check out the To Go Systems website for yourself. So if you haven't already, please hit the like button and leave a comment, and that's going to tell the Google algorithm that this video is getting a lot of attention and it should be shown to everyone else. So please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.